Today I'll share the three kinds of integrity. Based on this information, you can judge your character, you can judge yourself, look through the lens of what is shared today. You humans absolutely love to play with labels. I'm integrous, I'm honest, I'm disciplined. But the real question is, to what degree? To what degree are you honest? To what degree are you disciplined? To what degree do you have integrity? If I say, I'm going to steal your parents' pen, no, here's $1 billion to keep silent. Is there a stream of gold inside the ink? You know what? I don't care. Just take the pen. And if you go behind my back, divulge the location, you're still not honest because you broke your truth to be. And this is where the teaching becomes very interesting and the lines get blurrier. So based on what is shared today, you can assess yourself. You can come to the conclusion you're a very good person. You can pat yourself on the back. For some, see areas of improvement. For some, adjust, improve, embody. So there are various concepts, there are various keys that won't be shared here. In fact, tonight's teaching is merely going to be listing out the facts. You come to the conclusion by yourself. So the first kind of integrity is integrity as a result of core values. This is self-explanatory, so I won't dwell too much on it. Integrity as a result of core values is basically, regardless of what is offered, you do not kill. For instance, I've shared with you the story of my CEO friend whom he hired these couples. They were killing it in the sales team. Rumors spread they are getting business through unethical means. As any CEO would, quell the rumor because this is your cash cow. But something interesting happened as the days went by. The rumor began to increase. It got to a point where the CEO could not turn a blind eye without highlighting complicit. He hired a PI, they got to the root of the matter, they found the rumors were true. So he was faced with a dilemma. Do you stand on core values or fire these people at the expense of hundreds of thousands of dollars weekly? Now it's a decision you have to make for yourself because majority, as I earlier shared, I'm integrous, but when faced with a very tricky situation, they capitulate, they crumble. Guess what my friend did? He fired them, and the respect of his staff, subordinates increased by tenfold because nobody, in fact, including I, wasn't expecting that kind of drastic action from him. And I say including I because as or the moment when this happened, I was a very young man, I think 3, 4 years ago. My discretion weren't the best. So he took this decision. It was one of the things that inspired me to become a man of integrity. That kind of person is the guy you would shake his hand without needing lawyers or someone to review the contract and still sleep well at night. So integrity as a consequence of core values has a ton of benefits. Look at Buffett. He's bailing out banks and doing merger deals, acting as the broker between two conflicting parties. Why is this the case? Integrity, integrity, integrity. So that's the kind of that's the first kind of integrity. I won't dwell on it too much. As I said, it is self-explanatory. However, I would like to emphasize on this second one, integrity as a consequence of abundance. This financial abundance masquerades as integrity, or not just financial abundance, but abundance in general. This has a stealthy way of masquerading as integrity, because once you have something in abundance, needing more only signals greed. If I say to you, smack your neighbor and I'll give you this breast milk, what? I'm not doing that shit. Smack your neighbor for $1 billion. Exactly. Now the incentive has changed. Now, within a matter of seconds, you switch. Why? Because for temptation to occur, it has to appeal to lust within. Notice with the example of breast milk, you didn't crumble because there is no loss of breast milk. However, you conform because there is in fact a loss for $1 billion, of which you're too fucking lazy to work, you dumbass, jocking up of Pornhub. Oh, I can't stop myself. Anyways, this is where some of you dwell. The only reason you are integrous, the only reason you are loyal is because you lack options. And as Sir Isaac Bacon famously put it, opportunity makes a thief. Opportunity makes a thief. It's an unfortunate reality. Service as a result of abundance. I want you to review your life. The values you hold dearly, if offered something you lost after, are you willing to crumble? Are you willing to be dishonest? Are you willing to relinquish those values? Are you willing to give to get? The question you need to answer. This is one of the things you pause this video, reflect, ponder upon. While the final kind of integrity, this is one of the best integrity any human being can sustain. The both, number one and number two, the combination of the aforementioned kind of integrity. Integrity as a consequence of core values and as a consequence of abundance. As much as you detest finances, finances also helps keep you within the safe zone of integrity. In fact, there are so many problems you have in your life today that will be obsolete in the face of finances. There are health problems. Your child became sick because all of you are constrained in one apartment. As a consequence, you are forced to inhale deadly substances, petrol or gas, because the room was small. God is not against your rising. Even the Bible said, "Therein is your Father glorified when ye bear much fruit." If you move into your own private duplex that affords you a serene environment where you can lock yourself and pray for money tonight without any disturbance, if you have a private room for prayer, if you are able to compartmentalize your apartment to different sections, if you can have your own kitchen and various sections, that is a healthy way to live. So do not use God or religion as an excuse that God wants you to be poor. No. Apostle James said, if a man who is destitute of food and clothes come to you and your response, be thou be filled, and you send him away without attending to his needs, you have not shown faith. Faith is by your works. Faith is by your action. Show me your faith by your work. So what are you doing? What are you doing? Even the Bible accounts that true religion is clothing the naked, providing shelter to the homeless, and feeding the hungry. Those are three ways recorded by the Bible to display true religion. True religion is not speaking in tongues from dusk to dawn. It's a part, it's a contributor, but society has to feel the impact of your Christianity. Unfortunately, this world is driven by data. This world is driven by facts. So if your religion isn't contributing nothing to society, it's only a matter of time before they pass a policy that renders you, your religion, the era, the dynasty, every single thing obsolete. So Christians relinquish this false indoctrination. In fact, you who believe that money is wrong somehow, I can guarantee that there were times in your life, a body of yours, some family member, some friend, some loved one came along, explained their situation to you, and you truly said in your mind, if I had money, I would have helped you. And you truly meant it. This is not to consume on your loss. You truly looked at situations around you and from a selfless perspective, you said, if I had money, I'm going to change this. Well, you're the kind of people God is looking for to entrust his riches. All you need to do is to accept. If you feel you're unworthy for wealth, if you feel wealth is bad, guess what? You're going to repel it. And this is not just limited to the law of attraction or manifestation. If you truly believe, now let me break it down for you logical minded people. If you truly believe you aren't worthy for XYZ, you are going to take actions that makes that belief possible. If you believe money is terrible, you are going to gravitate towards causes that aren't financial well they are not you're going to gravitate towards courses and jobs that are not financially compensated heavily they are not heavily compensated financially. You're going to deliberately miss out on opportunity because you're not trying to maximize your income. You've been sold the idea being wealthy is evil. However, I'm here to tell you money is an amplifier. Money is like a tool in the similitude of a gun. If you give a gun to a robber, it's catastrophic. That same gun given to one of the people in the defense system, it becomes optimal. They can use it to save you, to provide safety for civilians. Now, what changed? The gun did not change. The bullet did not change. The color did not change. The only thing that changed is the wielder. So the money would not change, the papers would not change, the color would not change. The only thing that should change is the wielder. So once you wield money, it empowers you to do good for your community and every single person within your radius. So money is good. Relinquish that false idea and you'll be fine. As always, my friend, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.